And joining us now on Skype from London to discuss this issue is Femi Aratokun-Ale, a security analyst. Good to have you with us on the program.
Many thanks. Good morning.
Yes, morning. Well, ISIS, it does appear, has taken its campaign of terror, to the African continent, and I mean Libya. And I'm wondering, who is going to stop them?
Thank you so much for the question you just asked, but we should always understand one thing, that we've now seen ISIL as a global cancer to our economy, to our livelihood, and to the way we actually deal with each other country in terms of security intervention. Having said this, 2011, we had the belief that, okay, the Western government is trying to liberate the Libyan people from the terror or from the administration of Muammar Gaddafi, which is now the late Gaddafi. But look at what we're having today. We're having a loose country without no government, without nobody to actually tell them exactly what to do. Rather, we're now having ISIS and other militants controlling Libya oil, controlling Libya economy, and controlling the Libyan people in the way they live their life. Is this not a disgrace to the Western world that actually believe that they can do so much in liberating them? Now they've leave them to their own life or to their own future to deal with things themselves. How do we contain this? The international community needs to come back again to the roundtable talk and see exactly what to do to chase out ISIS within the Arab Peninsula. And the Arab governments and the Arab people need to come down together and solve their own internal differences. If they refuse to do this, ISIS will always win the war against them. But for ISIS not to win this war, they need to solve their own common differences and face the terror they have within themselves. Right now, the campaign has moved from Syria, from Afghanistan, from Iraq down to Libya. It's going all the way to Tunisia, going all the way again to Egypt. Who knows where it's coming down to? And remember one thing, it's going to boil down to Nigeria because we always follow the things they do. Right now, we've been seeing beheading happening, hospitals being bombed down, and no government to actually control this. How are we going to contain this? Because right now we have free movement of firearms coming in from from the North Africa straight down to the Western Africa. It's going to boil down to our own shore. That at the end of the day we will have nothing to really do about it.
All right, Femi. So I was going to ask you that earlier. That of course their influence does appear to be growing at the moment, and you just mentioned it. It may just expand to other areas. So it is a worry, isn't it?
It is not just a worry, it is a cancer at the moment, but right now they have no solution towards it. And if we don't have a solution towards it, then it's going to be like, you know what is happening in Libya, then it can as well happen in the northeast of Nigeria at the moment, because a lot is actually happening around there, but the government has refused to highlight. Perhaps maybe it's high time we look into the whole thing and start asking questions. What do we do? How do we contain this? How do we pull them back to their normal self? Are we out of control, or are they really in control of our government? Or are they really in control of the North African area? They seem to be in control right now, because right now, the former stronghold of Gaddafi, for crying out loud, has now turned to a piece of joke. It has now turned to a place whereby ISIS is now controlling them. Who knows exactly what is going on? Hospitals being burned down. The even neighborhood watch that is actually trying their best to recuperate everything back, to make sure that things are back in normal, are being killed and nailed straight onto the crosses. How on earth did the international community want to see this? Are they going to hide their head in shame now? Or are they going to say, you know what, we put our hands down and we're going to raise our hands up for this mistake we've made. Let us go back to the round table and see exactly what to do about this, please.
All right, the United Nations has been making efforts to bring peace between the warring factions in Libya. Why are we not seeing the African Union, play a prominent role in this?
How will the African Union play a role when we actually refuse to even understand what a nation is, what crisis they're actually going through? What exactly can we really do? Do you want the president of the African Union to now come down to which of the country? A whole lot of places are actually having their internal conflicts at the moment. So how do we contain it? Now, talking about this African Union right now, yes, it's a fact. African Union should come down together. But do they have the fire pipe? Do they have the fire might? Do they have the strength? How many countries are going to contribute their own soldiers to face Libya in the case of this? And is the Libyan government ready to contain and welcome them so that they can fight ISIS? I'm talking about ISIS. Who are they? Are they the faceless figures? Do they actually have a base at all or not? So it is really down to us now to really understand what exactly we're actually fighting against. We did this during the Afghanistan war against Taliban. Now Taliban seems to be dying down. Now what we have now is Islamic State. Who are the Islamic States? Now they have different factions controlling Libya. How exactly are they going to deal with all these? We're talking about ISIS. What about other mujahideen? What about other jihadis taking control of Libya? Benghazi is there. Tripoli is there. Now we're still talking about ISIS in Sirte. For God's sake, we have a whole lot of trouble within ourselves.
All right.
We need to look for how to do this in a very proper way.
All right, Femi Aratokun-Ale, it's been very good having you on the program. Thank you very much indeed for your time.